Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, there's a saying that I still use because it clearly never gets old. Plot over common sense and logic. You've heard me say that about a dozen something times. And, as much as I would love to sit there and retire that saying, clearly it still has its uses. So this is after Dex and Jocelyn get out of bed and stuff like that. Dex, for some odd reason, decides to talk business where this woman is literally could just walk in at any point in time. It's not like she was in a long shower or anything like that. She could just walk in at any point in time. This guy's on the phone, they're talking about all his plans and details and everything like that. So when he hangs up the phone, she's like, so what's Pikeman about? And I'm just like, what? And he's all like, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been talking business, with what you hear and stuff. And I was like, you think? You couldn't sat there and wait, like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes until you escort her out the door before you start talking about your plans about, taking over the world or whatever it is that you're doing. But of course, that was there for a reason. This is where plot comes in. If there are a lack of common sense, this is where plot comes in. Because Dex does get a little real with her and he tells her that he wants to take Sonny down. He's like, I want to sit there and take Sonny down. And the whole theories about him being a cop or a fed, which would have been cool, yeah, that was squashed. That was just squashed. So he pretty much just like, I work for an employer. And when Josh asks, who's your employer, he doesn't say who it is. And at first I thought that was going to be a deal breaker, but it wasn't. He basically was just like, no, I'm taking Sonny down. But he did ask her. He was like, hey, you want Sonny to go away to prison for a long time. This is federal charges. But I can stop. Just pull out if you want me to. So it's up to you. Now Joss has been angry at Sonny for years, off and on. 1 minute he's Uncle Sonny, the next he's a scumbag because he hurt my mother and made her cry. And what's so stupid about that sentence is parents, adults, they argue, they break up, like all the time. It, it's just dumb at this point. For both her and Michael to be sitting there taking this idiotic stance against Sonny. But the plot is all that really matters, not the logic and the common sense behind the crap that they're doing. And it is crap. Let's just be honest about that. And of course, I sit there and say, made her cry. It's not like she hasn't made Sonny cry once or twice or 1,000 something times, but whatever. Um, so yeah, he gives her a choice. Nina, 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 Nina. You know, I may not like this woman most of the times, but at least she is consistent. After she comes in and she overhears Drew talking about Willem, first she thought the worst. Then she realizes that, oh, she just she wanted to leave and leave the hospital. Now, she wasn't happy about that. I don't think any person in that situation will be happy about that because they want them to sit there and fight and not give up and feeling like the hospital is the best choice, the best place to be there. But Drew explained to her that, it's her decision. She wants to stay. They feel like they can't do anything. So this is how she wants to choose the time. And even take less than 5 to 7 minutes before she started blaming Carly. And of course, Drew's like, listen, this is on you. Willow doesn't want to sit there and spend time or see you because of you, because of your actions over the years of bullying her, of harassing her, all that crap. Even the latest little argument where she fell, where she collapsed, that was because of Nina. Okay? That was because of Nina. And even, as much as I don't like Jocelyn, even Jocelyn's like, of course you would sit there and pick a fight with a pregnant woman. So all that stuff, that tension, the reason why she doesn't want to see her is because of her. Drew was 100% right about that. How could you sit there and forgive her for lying to you? Well, that's a good point, but plot. Okay? Plot. That's the reason why. Now, she does make a veiled threat towards the end, and then she walks away because, well, that's just Nina's thinking. That's her train of thought. There's a lot of sad scenes with Michael and Willow and Wiley and Carly, and it's just all sad. Just one sad scenes, I guess. Willow's they're trying to explain how to tell Wiley that she is going to pass away soon, and it's just all sorts of heartbreaking. When we're going to get back those test results from Liesel? When we're going to do that? I'm not going to lie. When I saw the previews essay, when it was they're talking about them, I was like, well, seems like the fun is in it here. Whenever I see Michael and Willow, I just know then I'm not going to have a good time with a portion of the episode. The portion that just really drags the whole episode down. Sasha went to go talk to Heather. Why? I Here's the thing. I understand why to a certain extent. My whole thing is like, because Sasha was with Cody. And Sasha was like, "Oh yeah, I'm Heather's lawyer and stuff like that. I want to go and see her." So she goes in there, and I gotta sit there and say it was a great fashion choice. Okay, I was loving all of it. The outfit and everything like that. The chick was definitely stylish. Okay, and she goes in there, and my whole thing is like, this scene would have made more sense if she wanted to go in there to kill Heather. Go in there and try to kill her. That would have been like, all right, cool. You want revenge? I can see that. No, she just went in there because Heather Smith there trying to mount an insanity defense. She's a woman that works the system, and she exploits mental health to do it, which is just very scumbagish to do. Now, Dante and Sam, which to be honest, I feel like they have very. It's like whenever I see them, I'm just like, I find myself counting the minutes. I find myself counting the minutes because I'm like, at some point, I'm not gonna have to see them. Um, and I sat there and I was like, man, what is your use today? What is you two? What is your usefulness today? Because to be honest, I haven't really found much use for them. Um, I just really haven't felt any use for them. They're just there to be there a lot of times. I'm just like, Cody comes by to tell Dante that, Sasha's in there and she needs help or whatever. She's talking to Heather, and I don't want that woman to sit there and go through any more crap that she already had to go through. Giving her history with the law, she's like, I don't want her to get in trouble. And you sit there and find a way to help her out. So Dante leaves, and Sam is like, why are you interested in helping Sasha? And I'm just like, Sam, maybe he just wants to actually do a good thing. Like, why are you asking stupid questions for? And of course, they get into all the laundry list of things that Cody has done because, we got to sit there and constantly be recapped about all the stuff that's been going on. There has to be a better way. There just seriously, there just has to be. I don't care if they need to start doing this in comic book form, where they gotta sit there and kind of give you a brief history of these people and the stuff that they've done, like in a little bubble text or whatever. Because I I know this is something that they do in soap operas, and I know that some people apparently, they live either under a rock or they don't have internet and they need to sit there and jump into um they need to sit there and be able to kind of catch up and be like, all right, what's going on and stuff like that. But my point is, there has to be a better way. There just has to be better way. And I was talking to somebody when I said that comment, and this woman or this person was like, a lot of seniors don't really have the internet, or they don't really know how to use a smartphone and stuff like that. And I sat there and I was like, here's a counter proposal. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of seniors that are a lot more tech savvy than people give them credit for. Like I'm being dead serious. There's a lot more seniors that are a lot more tech savvy than a lot of people give them credit for. You know. But my point is when she was going off the list of then you blackmailed Spinelli and you came through for the diamond, and I was just like, yeah, I was there for that. I remember saying all that. Why are we going through that history? I'm just like, there got to be a better way, you know. And that's just my idea. Just a little bubble text underneath all the stuff that they have done. So this way we know, we kind of have an idea of what's going on. We can kind of jump into it more quickly than to just rehashing the same crap that we've already been watching. Just saying. But she is civil to him, and they talk about the ice diamond and her being a Cassadine and bread and him being a better person, and in all reality, what is going on with Spinelli? Like, is this dude actually going to go to jail, or they just totally forgot about that storyline? Like, what's going on with that? I think his name is Brad Anderson, I think, or the actor that plays Spinelli. This just made me sit there and think about that. When he was talking about Spinelli, I was like, oh yeah, that character. What happened to his story? Are they doing something with him and Maxie, or they just decide to stop doing it? Just they don't care. Like what's going on? Um. Anyway, it seemed like they left on better terms. So okay, cool, whatever. I guess that's kind of good. Sonny comes to Brooklyn to ask him to broker some sort of truth between Willow and Nina, and of course Brooklyn's going to be happy to help. Michael comes in there. Michael is pretty standoffish is with Sonny. They talk about their time when they sit there. I guess Michael used to be in the kitchen with Sonny, and Sonny used to be cooking and stuff like that because that's what Wiley was with Olivia off screen. Um, Again, I'm not with this whole revenge storyline. It's just pretty dumb. It's just pretty dumb. I'm just gonna be completely honest. It's dumb. Point blank. Period. Did I mention that Carly was there? Yeah, Carly was there with. Carly was there. Carly was there with Willow, and she spent there trying to find the courage to sit there and tell Willow that. I mean, tell Wiley that he's gonna be passed. She may be passing away soon. But I don't know. There's like 98% of me feels that Willow is not going to die. They're not going to get rid of the character. They're just not. Now, I have a question. I was watching Dion's Corner, And I think this was during the black tie episode, right? That he was doing a reaction to. And he said a comment as far as Willow and Michael being boring. And basically saying that Michael makes everyone a boring character. You know, like every woman that he's dated made them boring. My whole thing is with Willow, Willow was always like this. You know, people said that, oh, I like Willow with Chase better and stuff, right? But Willow is essentially the same character, you know? So I don't, I have a hard time believing that Michael just makes these women that he dates boring. Because Willow was already like that before she wound up being with Michael. What are your thoughts on that? Though? I was very curious about that. I was watching his live stream yesterday, and I was like, I don't really know. I mean, what they did with the actress that played Abby was just, I mean, it killed her off screen. You know, they really did. They killed her off screen. Um, it kind of reminds me of the chick that was obsessed with Patrick, and it turned out that his half brother wound up killing her. But it did it like off screen, so it's like you didn't really see it was like her. She didn't really actually have like a good actual death scene. You know, just double check my notes. I think I'm pretty much kind of done as far as recapping everything, reviewing everything. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else. Um, can't really think of anything else that I forgot. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go now. Of course, if I did miss anything, we'll talk about it during the live stream. Also, um, even though I haven't really been watching, I mean, even though I haven't been reviewing B&B and YNR, still watching it. So I'm definitely gonna sit there and talk about it in the live stream. So definitely come through. I talk pretty much about all the soap operas. I know GH is generally the most popular one, but we'll sit there, switch up the rotation a little bit, and kind of, go left and right. You know, it's kind of really what the chat wants to talk about, but I do try to sit there and talk about all of them. So, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. I will see everyone tonight in the live stream. Also, got some news, some stuff I want to sit there and kind of share a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. That I'm going to be talking about with the members only on during Saturday's exclusive members live stream. So if you're not a member, definitely join. It's a lot of fun. We have a really good group, and yeah, as my friend James or JLJ Media likes to say, we'll be just spilling a little bit of tea. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. If you can see the join button, hit the join button. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video or live stream or both.